Good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, where we try to make everything fit. I just love my logo or title for my talks, Zen Fits, because it just fits perfectly in all my meditations or my talks, where something doesn't fit and then suddenly it fits. Like that, bam. It's like, a little chemistry lab experience, where you fill, I don't know how you do it, but you have a tube and you fill it to a saturation and it's still a liquid, and then you just tap the test tube and it shifts to a different substance or crystals or whatever. But you get the idea that suddenly you reach a point of saturation, and then the slightest thing can suddenly transmute that one substance into a different substance. So this is the idea we're working with here, that I'm working with as I talk to you. I don't know where we're going. Well, the title of the talk is Enter the Dragon's Cave. Going into the Dragon's Cave. Now, mythology and fairy tales are full of dragons. And our science fantasy movies are full of dragons, flying dragons, fighting the dragons. This is a constant theme in man's psyche. Mythology is the dreams of humanity. The psyche, our personal dreams. Our nighttime nightmares, our nighttime dreams, and those are our personal dreams. And mythology. Or our movies are our mythology now. So our movies are dreams of our psyche, our collective psyche. So we can learn a lot about America, about our collective psyche, which is my psyche. I mean, we're all in America. We're all living in the American psyche. It's like a fishbowl. We're all swimming in it. Whether we like it or not, whether we fight it or not, whatever we're doing, we're in the fishbowl of the American psyche. And movies are the mythology, the creative mythology, as Joseph Campbell said, of the American psyche, or even the human psyche. So the really great movies are about the human psyche, but they're all like Russian nesting dolls. They're mythology stories layered in stories, but it's all one story. It's all one psyche. The human psyche, the human consciousness, the human mind is all one. You see, we're all swimming in it. We're all swimming in it. So the dragon in mythology is always in contrast with the hero. In the mythology of the King Arthur's knights, they had to go a quest, and the dragon had come into a community and stolen something, or it had done something to the community and put it to sleep, or it was stealing the virgins or the children, or it had a treasure hidden in it. But anyway, the dragon comes, and only the hero, the knight with shining armor, is going to slay the dragon. That's his quest, to slay the dragon. So this is in the mythology. But all mythology is pointing to my psyche. In other words, this is metaphor. This is mythology. This is using external stories to point to an internal conflict, an internal contradiction that I can't get a handle on. So I get a handle on it through the mythology, through the stories, through the movies. We like to go to the movies where the hero kills the dragon, because I've got a dragon and I don't know how to get rid of it. So I kind of like get temporary release when I go to the movie and the hero kills the dragon. Oh, I feel good. But the dragon comes back because it's me, my country. So let's look at this dragon from a different point of view. It's a contradiction. It's where two forces go round and around and around. This is a good example. It's not square, but the yin-yang. No, we look at this kind of like fixed. Oh, this is, well, what is it? It's a little incense holder. Okay, it's fixed. But this is really a dynamic picture. This is going in this direction, this is going in that way. Each is trying to devour the other, go round and around and around. Now, when you get in a situation where you can't choose your way out, like an argument with the wife, and it just goes round and around and around, and it begins to saturate, usually ends in violence. Particularly with, so there's shooters. Mass shooter in where? Nashville, whatever. The school shooter. This person was caught in a contradiction. And the nation is caught in a contradiction. Guns, no guns. Each is the left and the right are one mind devouring itself. Round and around and it go. You see, when this goes, this is a force. But it's a force divided against itself. So it's going, as it goes here, this one goes here. And it goes around and around and around. And then situations will come where conditions are right, and it will increase and go, wow, 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 turn it off, you see. And then it goes, wow, 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 to saturation, then it explodes in a shooting. Some violence. Arguments. You see an argument going. It starts out slow. Wah, 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 wah. Suddenly, there's an explosion of violence because when words fail, when diplomacy fails, when logic fails, wah, 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 violence comes. So violence is failed create. In other words, the wah-wah will create either a new idea that unites the yin-yang or violence. Either way. So when the situation, we call this the Ouroboros, by the way, the dragon eating its own tail. Wah, wah, wah. The dragon eats its own. The mind eats itself. The mind devours itself. This is the horror of the apocalypse now, so to speak. The horror of our own mind that devours itself. I'm eating myself. This is when I'm caught in the double bind where nothing I do is any good. Oh my God, it's just going, turn it off. My mind is going, churning, thinking, can't sleep, thinking, can't get out of it, can't think my way out of it, can't use words to get out of it. Words are no good. I can't get out of it. I can't fix it. Wow, 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 wow. Shoot myself or somebody. Or just go to drugs and kill it, you see. But that's failed creativity. What is creativity with the wah-wah? When the wah-wah gets to saturation, you either leap into a new way of seeing the situation that includes both forces, the yin-yang of my own mind. I leap to a whole mind that sees as one instead of two. See, very difficult to explain. I could take a teeter-totter. You see the kids on a teeter-totter. One wants to be up and the other one wants to be up, but they go back and forth. Wow, 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 wow. Now suppose that's your mind, you see. I want to do this, but I should do that. I should do this, but I want to do this. What should I do? Wow, 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 wow. Finally, you reach a saturation where it cannot continue. So something is going to happen because it cannot saturate. Stick a mic in an amplifier. You have to stop it or it's going to blow up the amplifier. Atomic bomb. What is atomic bomb? But a nuclear reactor that can't stop. So this yin-yang, wah, 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 the wah-wah, you see, is a contradiction or a dragon. A dragon eating its own tail. See, but the knight that goes to attack the dragon is really going into his own cave, his own mind, to see what the hell is going on here. He's got a light. He goes into the cave of his own psyche where this contradiction is churning and churning and churning, eating itself. People talk about, I'm eating myself alive. I'm eating myself up. This is experience, collective or individual. So this is another example. You got the hag and you got the princess. Which one is the one? Is this a picture of the hag or is this a picture of a princess? If you say it's a picture of a hag, you're wrong, because it's a princess. If you say it's a picture of a princess, you're wrong, because it's a hag. Which is it? This is a wawa, goes round and around and around and around. It's a hag? No, it's a princess. No, it's a princess. No, it's a hag. You may get sides. You may get the you may get the hag coalition. It's a hag. It's a hag. It's not a princess. And the princess people will get a princess coalition. It's a princess. It's a princess, and they'll go to war to restore the one. To restore the one, you see. To kill the Ouroboros, the dragon that is two. Wow, wow, wow. So this is in our own mind. This is our consciousness, you see, but it gets magnified or manifested in America. So America is caught in a Wawa. Next time you get some gas at the Wawa, remember that. Wow, 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 wow. Mass shooting, mass shooting, mass shooting, explosion, 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 eruption, eruption, eruption. We're caught in a Wawa. America's a dragon eating itself. America is eating itself. China's not eating itself. Europe's not eating itself. But America is. You are. So if we want to get out of the Wawa, we have to find the contradiction in my life. What is the dragon in my mind, you see? Well, I have to find out where the contradiction is. I have to find out where the Civil War is. And then I have to go into the dragon's cave by... Well, this is... I'll be talking forever after I get in, so just leave it at this. Maybe pick it up tomorrow. Find the Wawa, find the contradiction, and then just allow the contradiction to saturate, to rose up, and watch it and be aware of it. Allow it to come up. And at some point it'll reach a saturation and explode into I am. It will explode into unity. It'll explode into oneness, which is expressed as I am. I am whole. I am real. I am alive. I am the one, you see. But as long as I'm caught in the Ouroboros, I'm two. I'm this, I want to do this, I want to do that. I can't do both. But I have to do them each, but they're incompatible, you see. They're incompatible, so they go around and around and around in words, in thinking, trying to find the one that is two. But you can't do it with words, you can't do it with thinking. So at some point, the thinking has to reach a saturation point where it just explodes. And then suddenly, miraculously, I am. Suddenly, miraculously, I'm whole. Suddenly, miraculously, Pinocchio's a real boy. Suddenly, this is in all the stories. Suddenly, miraculously, I see. Suddenly, miraculously, I know what to do. The dragon is solved. The contradiction is gone. And now I just go about my everyday. And I'm in Pandora. Thanks for dropping in.